gentlemen, this match, a one-fall curfew time limit. With a combined weight of 535 pounds, Cowboy Bob Orton and Jerry Valiant. Their opponents, with a combined weight of 465 pounds, Spike Huber and Jerry Regal, the Young Lions.
Look at those fans with the signs, people. This is what it's all about, wrestling fans. People coming to the arena with great enthusiasm for these two men, the Young Lions, Spike Huber and Steve Regal. Banners are waving. T-shirts are on the fans. Yes, it's the Young Lions, and it's their day right here on Championship Wrestling as the feature match of the day. This is a TV time limit curfew match. If time is not remaining, we'll have to end the match in the midst of the action. And if it ends early, we will have a standby match ready to go, or interviews. There's Jerry Valiant whipping Steve Regal, one half of the Young Lions, into the ropes. Steve puts that headlock on Jerry Valiant. Steve Regal looks a bit lighter than Jerry Valiant, but don't let that fool you, fans, because, as Thomas Griffin noted, Steve is fast.
Well, I first have to apologize to Steve. I'm not sure if I said his name clear enough, but I will tell you this. Steve Regal, I told you earlier, has got to be one of the fastest wrestlers I've seen in quite some time, David. His quickness is just awesome, especially for his size. By him being a taller individual, he's just so quick. You know, whereas Spike has the power, Steve is quick.
That's right, and that's why they're an effective tag team. There's Steve Regal quickly going into the ring, and they have, Thomas, the ability that wrestling tag teams want to have. That ability to tag quick, keep a fresh man in the ring.
Well, that's what the tag team is all about, David. Always keeping that fresh guy in there so another guy can take a rest. So whenever the other guy gets a bit worn down, you can come in and do things like that.
That's right, and Steve Regal's got the upper hand on a tough competitor, that being Cowboy Bob Orton. Cowboy Bob Orton, fans, is a big wrestler, and he's tough, and he's mean, and he's here to do damage to these Young Lions. And he's on his stomach now thinking, what can I do to get the upper hand against this Regal? And what can I do if he tags and gets Huber in here, which he's just done? Cowboy Bob Orton, he's a big, tough competitor, and he has a big hold that he calls the suplex, which is illegal in parts of the country because it takes a man right out of his mind. It takes a man out. It breaks their neck. It's the suplex. Also, fans, please note, Cowboy Bob Orton has a hold in which he takes his opponent and puts him on top of the third rope so easily, so gently, and then without cause, without reminiscence, he takes him, puts him in the headlock, and then gives him what's called the superplex. The superplex. And when Bob Orton does that, it's all she wrote, because no wrestlers ever I've seen been able to take that superplex and then come up for more, because that's all it is. They're all out of it. There he gets Spike Huber, a big body slam, and Thomas, you can see the grimace and the pain on Spike's face.
Well, you know, of all the wrestlers I've ever seen in my life, David, Spike Huber has got to be the one wrestler that can take a severe beating, a super severe beating, and always come back. You see, he got that big body slam and jumped right back up and got his man in a headlock. I mean, that he has recuperative powers that are super fantastic.
And he's using that headlock to gain the time needed to keep. Oh, look at that! Bob Orton just picked Spike up and slammed him down on his knee, and Spike Huber's grimacing in pain. He goes outside the ring, and he's hurt. Oh, Spike better come back or more. He's hurt, fans. He's on the outside now, grimacing in pain. Steve Regal takes Valiant out, and Orton stays on top of Regal and doesn't let him gain the advantage. There's a quick tag by Orton, and Valiant comes in and is plugging away at Steve Regal's chest, plugging away at his head, plugging away, pounding away on his neck, pounding away. Jerry Valiant goes into the rope. Steve Regal whips him into the rope. Oh, a big forward blow. Steve Regal's floored. He's coming up for more. Regal jumps over. A cat-like move. Oh, Regal there. Oh, a big head scissors. What a move.
My goodness, David, look at him. He's doing it again and again. His quickness is evident. His quickness is evident.
It certainly is. Come on, Jerry Valiant. Get up and give some more, baby. Steve Regal wants you. Steve Regal needs you. Steve Regal wants to do some damage. Now, Steve Regal and Spike Huber encouraging each other to do well. Steve Regal and Spike Huber, Thomas, are they excited fighting or not.
David, you're looking at what has to be, it's got to be perfect tag team wrestling. Right when Spike Huber got hurt, really couldn't get back into it. His team, his partner, took it upon himself to handle the situation until Spike had his recuperative powers and could get back in there and help out.
And Spike's still on the outside wrestling. He may have to come back in there now because Valiant's digging away at the trapezium muscles of Steve Regal. Steve Regal's hurt, and one thing's for sure, Steve Regal's in the wrong corner, Thomas. He's in the wrong corner to be in now.
Oh, yes, he's very, very bad situation. He's too close. He's too close to the Cowboy, and the Cowboy is just waiting for a chance to get in at it.
And here comes the Cowboy. Oh, look at that Cowboy. Is that Cowboy quick?
The Cowboy Orton came in there ready for punishment.
He's like a cat, Thomas.
David, he's more like a kicking horse. I guess punching those cows all his life is just something that just made him ready to come in and dish out punishment.
He's certainly dishing it out now to Steve Regal. Steve Regal better get over there and get the tag because it looks like Spike's ready to come in.
Spike's been ready to come in. I told you how quick he recuperates. He's been ready to come in, but he can't quite make that tag.
Oh, but he did a little damage on Orton. Orton got over to the wrong corner. Regal hitting away. Oh, there's the big tag that the fans wanted. What's this, Thomas? Oh, is that tag team action or not?
Tag team at its best. That's what it's called, tag team. Two men doing the job of one. Two men working like one machine. And here you see Steve Regal and Spike Huber are one.
All right, they're one, and Cowboy Orton wants to see the sun tomorrow. He wants to see the sun rise, and he may not. He may be in the hospital with bruised eyes. If he doesn't, oh, look at that Orton. Just as I thought Spike Huber had the upper hand, he was going to do away with Orton. That Orton came back and plugged away with an unorthodox style.
One thing you can always count on in this championship wrestling, and that is the tide can turn anytime, any second. The tide can turn. Regardless of how good a guy looks, anything can happen in this kind of match.
Look at that bridging of Cowboy Bob Orton. I speak of Steve Regal's shape. I speak of Spike Huber's capacity to lift weights and his maneuvers. Well, Cowboy Orton certainly isn't lacking. Oh, there's a side suplex by Spike Huber. Spike Huber and Cowboy Bob Orton. Oh, what a match. Oh, this is unbelievable, the two of them. I might note earlier in the match, fans, when Thomas was speaking, Cowboy Bob Orton tried to pick Spike Huber up and put him into that atomic drop, but Spike Huber would effectively have flipped him over. Oh, look at that. Spike Huber's right on top of him. Did you notice, Thomas, how Spike threw him into the ropes and then went right after him, not giving him time to breathe?
Well, the one thing you can count on with Spike, David, Spike just fell out of the ring. I can't believe it.
That's because Orton took him, and he took Spike's trunk and threw him right through those ropes. Spike anticipated going after Orton. He thought he had the upper advantage, but he didn't. Spike is on this floor right now, fans. He's on this floor, and he's injured. He's injured. Spike Huber's in a daze. Steve Regal's trying to get him, trying to say, come on, Spike, you're awake, baby. He's slapping him on the head. He throws Spike in there for more damage. Spike's got to get over there and make a legal tag.
Yes, David, he had to throw him back in because without Spike getting in and making a legal tag, there's no way that Steve Regal could come back in the ring.
That's right, and you just saw Cowboy Bob Orton there, fans, and what a match. Cowboy Bob Orton is just plugging away at Spike Huber. He's got him down on there. Oh, look at that. He rams him into Jerry Valiant's knee. Now Jerry Valiant, Cowboy Orton, using tag team action effectively.
They're really not using it effectively, David, because they're cheating. Man, if they're cheating, you can see it. You can see the tactics that they're using. I mean, they're working together, but they're cheating. They're not playing fair. These guys are really some rotten competitors.
Jerry Valiant's never been noted for playing fair. Spike Huber's trying to muster up the ability to get over there and make the tag.
David, that's what you've been calling intestinal fortitude, and there it is, David, look!
Oh, Spike Huber! Spike Huber! Oh, no! He's been taken down by Valiant! What a match! Spike Huber almost got over the ring. Oh, a big slam across his chest. Spike Huber, those punches are having an effect because he's in a daze. Look at him there. He doesn't know where he is. All he wants to do is get Steve Regal in there. Spike Huber's grimacing. He choked, baby. It's an effective hold, though, and I'm sure if it was a chokehold, that referee Johnny Shore would make him break it up. Valiant trying to keep Huber down. He can't do it because Huber's hungry. Huber's hungry as a lion.
David, is called mind over matter. Every time they get Spike Huber in a down position, he uses his mind over matter. He practices. David, did you see that move? Did you see that move? Cowboy Bob Orton just came in there and he slammed Jared Valiant with his elbow. How could did he miss it?
Because Spike Huber moved out of the way, and Thomas Griffin noted mind over matter. There's the big tag! The big tag! Oh, Regal in there to do damage! Damaging away at Orton and Valiant. Oh! Listen to that crowd! Thunderous roar! Oh! Look at that! Oh, Cowboy Bob Orton almost went over. Fans, Thomas Griffin mentioned earlier, mind over matter. I might note, what your mind can conceive in your heart, you can achieve. You can do anything in life that you want to do. And that's why Steve Regal and Spike Huber are winners, because they believe in it. They believe they're winners. They believe they can do what's necessary to come out on top. But I'm sure Orton and Valiant aren't thinking any less.
David, as you can see, all the competitors in this particular match are worn to a frazzle. All these guys are beat. They're really worn. Spike is trying to recuperate. Steve is hurting inside. The only thing now is Jerry Valiant and Cowboy Bob Orton. They have mustered just enough strength to get back into this match and maybe seal it.
They might just do that. There, Steve Regal goes out. He's down. Both men are tired. If they weren't in shape, though, they wouldn't be in here. Oh, the fans cheering Steve Regal. Look at Orton. Orton coming in there, way in the back. Come on. Bob Orton. Steve being held by Spike. That could be the pin. Oh, Valiant. There, Valiant. There's a lot of action outside the ring. A fan tried to come inside the ring and grab Cowboy Bob Orton. Cowboy Bob Orton dismissed it. His attention is drawn toward the ring only. There he takes Steve Regal up. He takes Steve. He's going to maybe throw his head right into that mat. Oh, Steve's shoulder's got to hurt. Yeah, Cowboy Orton's tough. Thomas, have you ever seen anything like this, Cowboy Bob Orton?
David, this Cowboy Bob Orton is a vicious animal. The killing thing is, I'm really glad the police could save that fan, because Cowboy Bob Orton was preparing to kill him. That's the only way to describe it. He was going to kill him. Now they've got separated, and look at this, David.
In the heat of all these matches, the fans sometimes go wild. Oh, look at that. Oh, this crowd. They're riled up. They're riled up over these actions of Cowboy Bob Orton and Jerry Valiant. They're riled up because they've never seen these Lions in there with two tough competitors. And one to note, this great Bob Orton, that Valiant. I've never seen him go to town like he has before either. He really wants a victory. He really wants to do some damage. Jerry Valiant, he doesn't like the young Lion. He doesn't like Dick the Bruiser at all. A matter of fact, he detests Dick the Bruiser. Jerry Valiant would like to do no more than hurt these young Lions, because he knows if he does that Dick the Bruiser would want nothing more than to damage Jerry Valiant. Steve Regal being driven right into the mat. His head's going right into that canvas. Thomas Valiant's tired and he's hurt, but he's still going at it strong.
Yes, David, both competitors are tired. Both competitors are hurt. It just seems that right now, Jerry Valiant has the upper hand. But I know Steve Regal, a little lion will always come back. And there it is. You saw the big kick. And look, now who's on their back?
That's right. Jerry Valiant's on his back. What a match, fans, this is. Steve Regal being pulled back. Bob Orton, Spike Huber kicking him, telling him to get away with action, not words. Oh, what a match, this Valiant. Steve Regal's trying so hard. He's trying so hard to get over there and tag Spike. But Orton and Valiant are doing an effective job in keeping him away from that of the young Lion, Spike Huber, who wants nothing more to get in there and punish this Cowboy Bob Orton. Look at Orton, fans. He takes Regal out, plugs him. Oh, he's doing damage. Spike trying to stay within the confines of the rules of professional wrestling and staying in his corner and holding onto that tag team rope for a legal tag. Now Spike going over there to rescue Steve. This Orton is doing damage. This Orton's vicious. This Orton's tough. There's not enough adjectives in the dictionary to describe this Cowboy Orton other than he doesn't stop at any measure to hurt and pummel his opponent viciously and sadistically. Oh, Steve Regal, there's the big suplex. Oh, he takes Steve across that third rope. Right across the third rope. Steve's midsection has got to be hurting now. That third rope. Oh, this is unbelievable, fans. We might have to leave you in all the midst of this action because our TV time is almost out. Spike Huber wants Cowboy Bob Orton. Valiant, look at that. Johnny Shorn is being, fans, Johnny Shorn's attention is drawn with Spike because Orton's done it. We're going to have to leave you in the midst of all this action, fans. We'll see you next week.